Tim, I've never been such a soccer fan, man. I love
How
it.
about that?
I like it. I
That
know.
was, we have to kick off something special with what's going on around here.
That's right. That's right. World Cup time. And I don't know. United States. They're all right, I guess.
Maybe not.
Yeah. We'll see.
Um,
Brazil, things like that. But how you doing, man?
I'm
Oh,
great. I'm excited. Gunner's excited.
yeah.
Here we are.
Yep. Look at that. Nice.
Two
You know how to
minutes
say,
and
you know how to say
45
that one there, Tim? Do you know how to say Vanity? Is that how you say it? Vanity?
Then I forget now. I was with my friend this afternoon. Told me.
All good.
And yeah, it's all good. Vanity with I'll go with your lead. 38-45, 7-25 for Squeaky. Slovakia,
Slovakia.
45-45. Foxy with the lipstick too, so super foxy. 7:15 and 7:65. 2 minutes to go. Let me refresh that. Make sure we're in
Nice.
the right place. I might have time to read one or two
Probably
of
just
these.
one.
All right, let me see if I can
Yeah,
open
happy Friday. Happy Friday. Yeah, happy Friday, George. You're crazy.
it. Well,
But
tomorrow's
yeah,
a holiday, so it feels like a Friday.
it is early tonight,
Whatever.
Robin.
I'll let
Now
you
we
know.
got nice time change over here. So yes,
There it is. Vanatu,
sure.
Van, and
They
you,
invented bungee jumping.
Vanuatu.
Wow.
Invented bungee jumping when yam crops emerges early in April. The country's Pentecost Island. Locals build wooden towers between 20 and 30 meters high until the end of May. Village boys and men perform the ritual known as Nangol,
Hmm.
diving from these rickety wooden structures with nothing but vines tied to their ankles.
Hmm.
Considered the precursor to bungee jumping, the tradition has been documented by many TV and filmmakers, including National Geographic. I hope those vines have some spring in them.
That
Uh,
is no.
the
Haven't you
voter,
ever seen it? I remember
here,
seeing it. Now that they're talking about it, no, it's not. It's just, it just,
yeah,
it's
no, I
pretty.
think I'll skip that part then.
It's
But
pretty.
this is the world's fourth happiest country per Happy Planet index based on what matters most, the sustainable well being for all.
Huh.
Very cool.
That
41
is cool.
seconds. Oh boy. Better put up my fast gas banner here.
Fast gas. That's right. Let me say what's up to Ariel. There you go. How you doing, Ariel? Oh, you took it down. It's all
I
good.
did
Fast
because we got to
gas.
get the fast gas in there. Go ahead, put it back up.
Hello, brothers. Yep. Good to see you, Ariel. I have played. Oh, Ariel's this. Then maybe you can give us
Yes.
some info about soccer too, Ariel. As we keep covering this, we get closer to November 20th. You can give us some knowledge. Drop us some knowledge in there. Anything about that? I was reading in Discord. I'm sorry to ramble on. I know we're in about 10 seconds, Tim, but I think was Brazil the most winning country. I think it was like 4 or 5. They have 4 or 5 World Cups they won.
I wouldn't doubt it. The
So I'll
only
just
thing I
answer.
know is that everywhere outside of the United States, it's called football.
It is. That's right. That's right. That is true. But yeah, if you could, Ariel, I don't know. Is Brazil the most winningest country for the World Cup? Just wondering.
Here we go with the final numbers, right? 765 for Tropic. Oh,
Mm.
these changed out.
It just goes. It's the same. They're different JPEGs, but that's the winning bids.
All right,
Ooh,
so this was
was that
Benatu for
yeah, yeah.
39.38. That went up. And then the Holy Ghost here was Slovakia, and that went for 4,700, which did
That
bump
went
up.
up.
Bonzi, I think bumped up too to 888, 715, and 765. Tropic got the steal. Well, it wasn't Tropic; it was another
Yeah.
one. But nice numbers there, and 4,700 and 39.38
Mm.
for that one. Very nice. And then, of course, this is tomorrow's poll. Is that correct, or was
No,
this last night's?
that was last night's.
Something a little glitchy there, but we'll figure it out.
It's all good. If you they don't even have the back button. If you scroll up, if you go back
Yeah.
and then probably go forward, you'd be good to go. But while you're doing that, got some more
Yeah.
folks. What's up,
Let them
Josh?
in.
Hello, hello. How's it going, man? And Will Cheesehead. Time to Christmas shop for some Apex bees. That's right. It is the time, Will. I see some out there, not on the floor, but yeah, there's some soccer bees and some Apex soccer body. Those have a little bit of a little extra, a little oomph, right? I think those are 5 times the play.
Yep, still there on the
All good, but that's the price.
on the play. There you go. Let me grab the other one, just so I can read it, just to be fair to everybody. Slovakia has 6,000 caves. Many of them represent unique natural wonders. This one cave is the only one Argonite cave located in Europe and has a huge 34-meter high sinter column. And the cave is listed in the Guinness Book of World Records, along with its name, is the highest cave column. Okay. It has the only horologe in the world that shows the true solar time. Horologe.
Yeah.
Lodge. I don't know.
That sounds good.
Situated in, man, you gave me all they got every crazy
good one.
word.
This is a good one.
Stara Basitra.
Yes.
It also the largest wooden statue in Slovakia.
There you go.
I apologize to all.
High quality drinking water.
High quality H2O water flows from people's taps in the country, having the largest and natural fresh water supplies next to Austria.
Wow.
There you go.
Cool, man. That's awesome.
Slovakia. Congratulations, whoever pulled that one out.
And look, Ariel saying most successful teams. It is Brazil, 5 titles. Wow. Brazil. And yes, Kareem, I know H, Ariel, you guys are obviously the soccer experts, so you can help us, because Kareem has been helping some folks over with Discord with some trivia, and I know H is doing as well. And I would definitely appreciate it if you're over here helping us, Ariel. That's great, because I'm not the football World Cup type, so I'm learning. So thank you. Awesome. Oh, look.
Very cool. Very cool.
How do you not know? How do you not know? Is fall back. We got to follow the auction, everybody. You got to follow the auction. Yeah,
that's right. The auction never changed times.
The auction didn't change. That's good evening. Good evening. That's right. Yeah. Awesome.
So very cool, very cool. So yeah, so what's the deal? The little video we started out with, you happened to make that up today.
Yeah.
Tell me how that came about. What traits we're looking for? Soccer ball traits.
Soccer ball bee necklaces, right? And then also the apex bees. Have you seen them? They had the bodies with the little whistles, and they're they're a little beat up. You can see some etching missing from the soccer ball, but those apex bees. Yes, those are got a little more extra power, and like I said, there's a cool game that's going to go along with the World Cup. That's what it's all about. I think, like I said, also that's why we went over some of the deals with the queens. You're going to see a lot of what the queens have to do with this game as well. All of a sudden, you're going to see queens just popping up all over the soccer field.
I do have that because I know we wanted to talk about this, highlight what's going on with the social bees. Bee honey tags.
Shout out to Allie. Allie B did this. So you see her tweet. She's awesome with these graphics. So thank you, Allie.
Yeah, beautiful. So I'll read it off and you explain it to everybody, since you know better than I do. But the queens receive 2% of the transactional tax tokens, 1% to the princess queens, and 1% to the royal queens.
Yep.
Now 2% tax tokens.
What is it? And I'll go over that when you read through this, Tim. I'm going to go back over and then I'll share my screen because I that top.
You got a full layout for this?
No. I want to pull up the calculator because we even touched on it last Friday, I think, when I went down to CoinGecko and just found. I want to go back to that Dow one because it's very comparable. I'm not obviously their token's been on there and on these exchanges for quite some time, right, to get up that type of trading volume. But that's what it's all about. When a lot of our tokens get out into the wild and get on these exchanges, that's where you're going to see some beautiful things for the queens. But yeah, go through these other bullet points, and I'll show you. That top one is amazing, man.
All right, and then 50% of the queen's tax on all claimed bee honey, 50 cents to princess and 50% to royal queens.
Right.
And I'll just point out that and I'm sure you would, but the distinction is that there's 3 times as many princesses as there are royal queens.
There are.
So therefore, the royal queens will be collecting a little bit more than a princess.
That is correct.
So there's 220 royals and 660 princess queens. So then the next point up is 20% of honeypot mint proceeds. 50% to prince, 50%. It's always split 50-50. It's just that more princesses to go around. 20% of bee honey tokens used to win auction bids. Very cool.
Yep. And it is. I mean, yeah, the big deal. That's obviously why the Royals are pretty much like you said. It's 3-1. If you have 3 princesses, it's pretty close, obviously, to equal to the royal. But
Right.
yeah, man. Let me. Are you still got more? Or you wanted to just kind of go over?
No, that's that whole slide. So if you want to break it down, use some examples, go right ahead. I'll pull this off.
Yep. Let me share my screen here and talk about these queens because they're pretty flipping amazing, man. And let me open up CoinGecko because that's where I was last time. And
as you do that, I'm going to read our official line here that this is for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. Do your own research and consult with a professional advisor before making any life decisions. Both Ray and I have princesses and royals, so we're obviously in it to win it. So we're heavily influenced by what's going on here and very excited.
Yes, princesses, royals, bee honey, M2. Obviously, almost everything in our ecosystem. That's kind of why we got into this, anyways. But yes, of course, Ethereum, Bitcoin, things like that. We're going to start having that in the descriptions of all of the videos, anyway. Yep. But what we did last time is we just scrolled down to the bottom, right? And this one bumped up, but this BitDAO was number 100, right? But we looked at this, so I want to stick with it, even though it's dropping here, okay? But this BitDAO, right? And again, why I'm doing it is because it's also a DAO, right? They have a token. They don't have an NFT project, but there's a lot of similarities. And the main thing is what we were looking last time. When we looked at it before, it was 30 million in transactions, right? If you remember, I think it was 30 or 32 million, right, Tim? Right? Like, so today it's 26 million. Right, 26.5 million. So that's pretty decent amount of transactions. And your first bullet point, that's what people should really understand is, again, the CoinGecko. This isn't an exchange here. This is just an aggregator of data. So this brings in all the data from this token where it's trading in all of these different exchanges, right? So this is pulling it in, and I wanted to pull up a calculator and just go through it. Calculator here. Pull that up, and I guess we will go with that number right there. So let's say 26,000,005. 26.5. All right, and we're going to times that by the queens get 2%. That's what it said, right?
Yep, 0.02.
0.02. All right, so a split between both the royals and the princess of 530. So we'll divide it by 2, right?
Yep.
So the princesses, we'll go with the princesses, right? And let me jump over to the white papers. There's 660 princesses right here, right? Let me pull that up now.
Well, just do the 220, right?
What?
If you do the 220 for the royals, and then you can just divide that again.
I know, but some people have 3, 4, 5, 6 princesses. Some, not saying a lot of people, right? But I'm just saying. I would divide that by 660, right? So it's $401 per princess, Tim. Right. That's daily, right? And again, we saw it adjust. It was at 32 million Friday when we were there, 26 million today. So imagine of a coin, right, adjusting like that. So some people, I'm not saying everybody, right, but let's just say you had six princesses, right? Times what?
If you start out with 3, Ray, that'll give you what a royal is.
Right. So this is 2 royals, right? It's the same thing. I'm just saying. But what I'm trying to get at is this is daily, everybody. That's daily.
Yeah.
Right. So when you start seeing princesses and what they're doing and what they're going for in this game and people that are taking part, is what's happening is people starting to understand what these really are, and starting to understand that this is a real DeFi project, right? I think you were telling me today you were going over something with on another YouTube video that you were doing of explaining that, and it does seem very complex. But when you start really reading the documents and really starting to really know and understand what's going on here, it's a pretty amazing DeFi project that everybody's involved in here. So even if you went back to that original, like $400 or $500, man, $400 or $500 a day for just having a JPEG in your wallet, pretty amazing, right? I would say,
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm saying. You're just going towards what these are, and again, thinking about what's also happened with the price of the token, right? People also are not understanding and realizing that the tokens and the burn rate is really not calculated. Let's see. Let me see if it's even in here, because I looked at this on M2, and it's not calculated in this data aggregator, which is CoinGecko, right? Let's just put. Let me see. Bee honey. All right. Let me see here. So 65 cents, but it's saying, right? It's saying the total supply is 31 billion, Tim, right?
Right.
Isn't that what it's saying?
Right.
We started out with 38 billion, right? Do we realize that that's not right? Does anybody get that? Anybody understand that? Right? That's another one. I mean, same thing here too. Let me go over to M2. Oh, that's the wrong one. M2.
M2 Cash.
M2 Cash there with the cool little logo. Same thing as well, 50 billion, right? Does everybody see that?
Right.
Do we think that that's what's in there? Right. No, because it's not in the contract. Total, that's what was in there, right? But remember, we used to laugh if somebody were able to get all of those tokens out of that smart contract, right?
Yeah.
That it's almost impossible. Well, it is impossible to do. So, these are all things that you got to look at of, again, where you're at in this project, right? These 660 princess queens, 220 royal queens. If you're, cool enough, or you had enough bee honey, that you were able to mint one of these, pretty amazing what these things are going to produce. Let alone where we start getting into what the apex is and the worker bees, right? Worker bees should be cheering on these princess and royals, because they're the ones that are going to be making the bee honey worth stuff what these bees are going to be yielding, because these are also asset-backed NFTs, and beginning in May, they're going to be yielding this bee honey token, right? So you would want the bee honey token to be $5, $10, something like that. You really obviously want that token to be at a great dollar amount. So, and then, not trying to bring up the fiat, but it is what it is, Tim. We still use that stuff. Now, you went into other bullet points. Is there something else that you wanted to kind of talk about more?
Well, just showing that off, but the 50% of Queen's tax on all claimed bee honey. So that's when a worker bee claims that yield that you're talking about.
Huh?
The 50% Queen's tax on all claimed bee honey.
Right.
So when you claim the bee honey, when it does yield out,
yeah,
and you claim it,
yep,
there's a tax on that.
A tax. That's right. There's a tax, and that's obviously you went into what even the honeypots, right? That's what the honeypots will protect you from, right?
And so therefore the next part is 20% of the honeypots minted proceeds. So when you buy a honeypot to protect you from your tax, because that yield will keep happening.
Right.
And so if you can get the honeypot, which will protect your yield from the taxes, that's going to pay off to do that, and you'll be getting to keep your bee honey that yields out.
Right.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, these are all incentives. I mean, it probably wouldn't be maybe one that owns one bee, right? Because there are going to be people that would come in and maybe own one bee. Their choice would probably come in and maybe get an apex, right? That's why there's all of these. You have so many choices now, right? But somebody that owned maybe 5 or 10 bees, you definitely want to get you the honeypots to protect them. Yeah.
Right. And then just as a scenario, you don't have to claim that yield. You can leave it inside the bee, which would make your bee worth more because it would be stuffed with more bee honey. And therefore, If it goes to
Right.
open sea and you say, I haven't yielded out anything, it's all still on the inside, then obviously there's a multiple that people will be paying for something that has all that. And if I have 20 honeypots to protect
Right.
the collection of that yield, I'll pay more for that so that I can bring it into my wallet and then yield that out if I want to.
Yeah.
But you can leave it there until you need it, and you don't have to subject yourself to that every year when it comes out.
Right. Well, it comes out after May. It comes out every millisecond. I mean, it'll just it'll drip like honey, right? It'll
Right.
always be yielding out into there, and it's up to you when you would fly into the hive and then hit that claim button and then get your rewards. So it is. It's all up to the to the person and their decisions. It's again why we call this it's a financial game, and that's what's neat. I mean, it's this is going to teach people all kinds of different ways on what you want to do and. Really, would you want to get honeypots? Do I need that, or should I get an apex beat? There's a lot of choices here. What do you want to do, right? So that's what's really cool, man.
And then the last one was 20% of the bee honey tokens used at auction bids. So that's what we talked about when we're going through these bids and showing these off. 765, 4,700 for Slovakia, 39.38 for Vanuatu. I forget what it was now. But yeah, so the queens collect a piece of that trade as well.
Yep. No, and that's what we're going to do too. I was telling you earlier too. Is it was awesome, Allie, that she put that down in a nice bullet point form. But I want to make little 2-minute videos of explaining that, little animated things, having the queen and what she's doing and how this kind of operates. People need to understand truly what that means. That's why the docs that are the document that's up in that hamburger menu is so important to read and reread and read again. Right, it's very important to understand what's all involved. This is an awesome economic system over here, and there's there's a lot of moving parts, but they all are a part of this healthy ecosystem, and that's what's really amazing is that it all feeds off of each other. And like I said, worker bees are cheering on queens because queens are making probably deals with businesses, and same thing with apex bees. Those are more businesses. And that's what all this is about, like a little ecosystem of a town, right? Really, really interesting, man. And like I said, nothing like it in any NFT project. There is not. It's like a joke when you start looking at other stuff. That's why we used to, I know that Wolf project is still going, and they're getting little pieces here and there, and there's other ones that are doing it and getting little pieces here. But when you start seeing this thing humming along, this is ridiculous, man.
Right. Absolutely.
And look, telling me, good evening, KP Queen. Yes, good.
KP Queen's here.
Santisi
in the house.
There you go. How you doing? Yes.
Blessed to have a queen or a princess. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's got too excited. A harem. Yeah.
I don't know if I can call it a harem, but I'm glad I got what I got.
That's right.
Yes. Celebrating with golden crowns. Yeah.
That's right. I did have a little bit of coffee. Got it pumped up. Good stuff. 50%. That's right.
50% is a lot.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Thing.
It is.
But what do they call it? Quantum circular. What?
Quantum circular economics, right?
Nice.
Yes.
But it just feeds on itself and keeps rolling. Keeps the
self-generating $1 billion fund, Tim. That's the other one. So self-generating $1 billion fund to be Web3 VCs, Tim. That's it.
That's right.
That's right.
That's what we're after.
That is absolutely what we're after, right? Because we know that there's projects all the time, and that is I do have some other news just kind of going around the space. I was telling you earlier about the other exchange, kind of starting to see a little bit of some cracks there, Tim. So it's good for anybody that they're on it. Maybe should look again. Thank you for we stream at the bottom. That's not financial advice, but you should be aware of stuff, right? People are moving stuff off of other certain exchanges, right? Right. Binance is doing it, and everybody is moving off of that one. But let me jump in that real quick and go into just some news that's going on around the world here. So, look, I started off with this one, Tim, because I know it's even in your area, man. Buy an NFT and you get Maine Lobster shipped to your door, Tim. And this is it. This is I'm not going to go to the NFT, but this is get Maine Lobster. This is what they're doing. They're getting NFTs, and
Love it.
you get this thing like a monthly thing. Like, and they got it. I mean, obviously, it's just a cool little way to do their little subscriber stuff here. But I thought it was it's up in your neck of the woods, and that's kind of your stuff. I'm sure you get lots of lobster up there hunting.
I don't eat enough here, but when I retire to Maine, I will be.
Yeah.
That's where I'm headed, especially if I win that 1.9 billion tonight.
Yep. Yep, and it is. You get to team up for tokens that yield buyers seafood shipments. So you can, just like we were talking about yielding, they're yielding lobster, man. So
we got to set up. Who's our friends there? Stevie Stacks with NFTs for his seafood operation.
I know. That would be excellent, man. But this one, another one, crypto is no longer in the top 10 most cited potential risks, Tim. So
nice.
I'm going to go down to the little graph, and it's moved down. It's moved down. It's not so risky. Whatever they got going on here, the Russia thing going on, the war with Ukraine. Well, you can't. It got so big you can't even see it now.
Scroll up on the side there. Yeah, there you go.
All good. I'll just do that. But inflation, people are worried about that. The risk asset valuations, foreign divestments, high energy, corporate credit, all that stuff. But down here, Tim, you got cryptocurrency and stable coins.
Yeah.
So, we're still a little bit just under 20%, the people concerned about it. But cryptocurrency is falling off of people's.
The last one on the list is real estate correction.
Right? Tied, though. Just because it's last, it's tied with them, Tim.
Yeah. Well, I think that, what's crypto? Yeah, it's tied. But I think that, cryptos have a better chance of going up. Real estate is definitely going to be going down next spring.
Yes. I hear you, man. So here's another one. Feds announced seizure of 3.36 billion in Bitcoin stolen a decade ago from that Silk Road marketplace. So it's the second largest crypto recovery. Well, it's all right. It's good then. Government's doing some things there. Department of Justice is squaring it away on some seized Bitcoin. So there, it's the second largest one. So there you go. That was just recently. So pretty cool, man. That that's starting to be, sought after and looked after by our government places and stuff like that. I don't know how.
It's nice that they're bringing in some coin from somewhere else other than the taxpayers.
Yes, it is. That's true. But this is the news story. I'm going to go through. There's quite a few tabs open here, but this is it. Solana falls and speculation centers on links to Sam Bankman-Fried's FTX and this Alameda. So this is something. Obviously, hopefully, you guys are kind of paying attention to this on your own as well. But if you aren't, this is something that you got to look at because also it's also tied with Solana, right? This has been falling in the past 24 hours. So these are all things. These are stories that are all kind of talking about. Again, I'm not telling you that FTX is going down or what it is, but they are looking at it. It's kind of like Celsius and what happened during the summer, right? So Solana token was one of the biggest losers in digital asset markets on Monday, and crypto analysts speculated there might be a connection to this drama that's going on with FTX, Tim. So again, there's a couple of different things. FTX also has their own tokens, that are in there. And like I said, as I go through here more, this is also dealing with this Binance because he's also removing assets from the FTX trading platform. So liquidating our FTT is just post-exit risk management, learning from Luna. He gave support before, but we won't pretend to make love after a divorce. We're not against anyone, but we won't support people who lobby against other industry players behind their backs. So that's kind of what's going on with this. But it is starting to it's starting to spread, and you're really starting to see this. Let me see here. Get down to here. Free market CZ. But yeah, they tried here. This is what I was looking for. They were wanting to make an OTC trade with the Binance fellow right there, Tim. They were asking a $22 piece to offload what he's doing. And yeah, no, he said, I think we'll stay with free market, right? They were trying they were trying to do it so they could do it off the actual the network, and everybody kind of see what's going on. They were doing it off OTC, and he said no thanks. So it's just wild to see all this play out. And again, Twitter is the hub with all things crypto. And this is the whole thing. There's quite a thread, this next one, but I did want to read what CZ's talking about. This, the head of Binance. He was out with friends yesterday when the topic of whale alerts came up. Following our principles, I decided to be transparent. So I wrote a thread in 5 minutes and posted it. Little did I know it was going to be the straw that broke the camel's back. And this was 6 hours ago when he posted this. The fact that it sparked such a level of discussion was surprising. There were also conspiracy theories that I somehow orchestrated this whole thing, because these are competing things. Obviously, Binance is an exchange as well, right?
Yeah.
FTX is an exchange. So, that's obviously people just, starting to throw things out there that he's trying to destroy them, because again, it's a competitor. And yeah, he's saying it's not. I do have this open. I'm not going to go. This is a huge thread, but it's open in this next tab. And let me just read this last one. Funny memes, media, and some people tried to color this as a fight, and it's not. That's what he's saying. Sorry to disappoint. I spend my energy building, not fighting. Today I spent my day on our business and our community. I suggest others do the same. Back to building. We like that, because
Yeah.
we hear that all the time, man. Stop all the FUD, all the fighting, all that garbage. Let's just build, and let's kind of move forward. I don't know what everybody kind of gets stuck all in the mud for all the time. But here's what that part here, where up here, this little thread here, I jumped into that here, and like I said, I'm just kind of going through here. Sam Bankman-Fried was once admired as the king of crypto. Now Alameda and FTX are rumored to be on the brink of insolvency, and he's talking about here's what went wrong.
Right.
I'm only going to go through a couple of them. You have something?
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, I got you. So for a long time, SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, was idolized in this space, famous for his arbitrage trading, founding FTX and Alameda, hugely successful investments like Solana. He almost accrued up 10 to 14.5 billion at its peak. That's a pretty good day. In recent times, FTX was been extremely busy leading huge fundraising rounds for new projects. And there we go. Aptos, 150 million. Layer one blockchain, Sue raises 300 million at 2 billion valuation. So this is all the things prior, right? That everybody was all loving what they were doing. Sam was invincible. Despite Luna causing chaos, he used the situation as leverage to continue an aggressive expansion plan. He bailed out BlockFi for 240 million, bid for Voyager's assets, considered bailing out Celsius. We remember hearing some of that news where they were talking about that.
Right.
But however, in the background, there were some cracks starting to appear. Eyebrows started to raise when Alameda CEO Sam Trabucco, who I say that right, suddenly resigned. He just resigned. So, like I said, just going down here more. There's a lot of stuff, but you can see this is just talking about interest in politics. Obviously, you see here Soros number one, but and blue is obviously Dems, red Republicans, and Sam Bankman-Fried down here. Pretty up there with kind of donations to political parties.
Yeah.
So just kind of like I said, like going through here, there's a lot to this. You should I should drop this thread in our comments, because if this is something that you have any kind of tokens involved in here, you should read it. And this is the other thing. If you remember the crypto boy, his name is Ben Armstrong. He got all bent out of shape, all kinds of emotional. He made an emotional YouTube video. I'd say probably a week and a half ago, just furious at that guy, because I want to show you the video of what they were talking about. So this is him talking about the crypto space, and it's just Eric Voorhees is pushing back against what he's saying. But let me pull it up and let's just listen to it.
Steve said to me that essentially a front trend by American targeting American retail had to be licensed. I think that could be reasonable.
Sam, if the question was, let's let's acknowledge that the email protocol will be permissionless as a protocol.
Yep.
But it was the law of the land in America that every email front-end provider required KYC from its users.
Yep.
Because under the justification that we do not want people sending information back and forth with terrorists,
Yep.
where would you stand on that position?
Oh, I'd be strongly against that position.
Why?
Why would I be against it? Because I think it'd be like against freedom of speech. I think it'd be disenfranchising a lot of people. I think I would not trust in practice that it would do a good job. So I agree with you on all of that.
Okay.
I'm making a distinction here between, for instance, payments versus like derivatives contracts.
Why is Aave somehow different than email?
So, why is it different than email?
You argued so well and so passionately to not block email with licensing and KYC. I loved hearing that.
Yeah.
That filled my soul with joy. Such good arguments. Why does that not apply to financial transactions?
So, why does it not apply to financial transactions? I think there are a few things here. So, first of all,
so he's a big proponent of all that stuff, and he caught him up pretty good, Tim, because it is there's no reason for it to be any different, and that's why also that crypto boy was just raising Cain when he went all emotional, screaming in a YouTube video, because this guy is not really, it's counterproductive to everything that we're doing over here with crypto, blockchain, all that stuff. Right. He's more all about the centralization of everything, right? It's crazy, man. And I'm going to end it up here with this. This is just something here with Altcoin Daily. The Ethereum held in FTX's main wallet has dropped from 322,000 to 32,000, at one point bleeding 500 ETH per minute. So this is a set again. Why I just wanted to bring it up. I know it's been going on for a day or two, but we didn't do a video on YouTube on Sunday, so it's something to pay attention to. If you're involved with anything here, you should pay attention and make some decisions on your own on what you want to do about that. So, like I said, just a lot of stuff going on this weekend, man.
Big stuff happening. Yeah. All this coming out right before Election Day and all the stuff that has to go on with that. I hope everybody gets out to vote.
Yeah.
Can't complain. You can't talk about it unless you vote.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just noise.
But what's great about us, I love our ecosystem, Tim. We just getting started, and that's what you see here, Will. What an awesome ecosystem. The Bees Social. Absolutely. Yes, we rock. I agree. Will, my bad. Lots of bees flying off the shelves. They are. You have to keep an eye, check out on OpenSea and see the big pumping. There's lots big percentage difference in sales from just 2-3 days ago, man. Crazy. So yes, I agree though, Will. Thank you, Ben.
Absolutely. And we're looking forward to the World Cup kicking off and all the action tying together, and we're just gonna have some fun, and this will be the most I'll be in sync with the World Cup ever.
Yeah.
It only comes around every 4 years, but I'll be paying attention now and seeing what we can do to tie these things together and have some fun.
And as a community, get in the Discord, start making noise, get in there, get excited. I mean, it's about the World Cup, and we're going to do a cool little piece with it. So, it's a game. We want to take part using the NFTs, queens, soccer bee necklace bees, and stuff like that. So that Twitter, but get it going, get some conversations, get some discussions, and get some stuff going in the Discord and Twitter. So it's much needed.
Beautiful. I love it. So tomorrow night we playing poker?
I don't know. Ask Santisi. Is he feeling better?
I'm sure he'll spin it up. Well, he was,
we got to tell him. Is it early? We got to do early to John. We do the week off the auction. We got the time change. He doesn't do that, but we do.
Yeah, he doesn't know what that means, but we're gonna have to bump it up an hour just to do it right after the auction happens. Yeah, and we'll have some fun. But
enrich it. See,
sound
like hotcakes. That's right.
We'll play. We'll watch the auction. We'll play some poker, and we'll talk about soccer.
Yep.
It'll be a good time.
It will be fun. Yep. And they are selling like hotcakes. That's right there, Crypto Wizard. Thank you, KP Queen.
There you go.
Right on, man.
All right, then. Till tomorrow night.
Good times.
We're
Yeah.
good to go. All right,
Yep.
Ray. We'll see you then. Congratulations to all the winners tonight, and we'll get right back at it tomorrow. Thank
Right
you.
on, man. Yep.
Okay.
See you.